Welcome to DyVerse Conversations. I'm Anngeannette, and thank you for joining us for our second season. Starting off this season, we're here at Brick in Brooklyn, New York, in front of a live studio audience, and we're so happy to have you once again join us in our journey. We're here with our co-host, Monique Johnson. How are you, Monique?
I'm fine. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm so happy you're back with me again, my partner in crime.
Thank you.
How did you like your first season?
It was challenging.
It was
but,
challenging,
I'm
I know.
looking forward to the second season. Yes.
Monique, this was her first time on camera, her first time being a co-host, and I threw a lot of stuff at Monique, and she rolled with it like a champion, and I'm so happy that she decided to continue with me. And along with Monique, I kind of bullied a gentleman named Daryl Brown right next to me. Daryl is a New York teacher, but more than that, Daryl is very eloquent. He is very passionate about a lot of social awareness topics, and I look forward to him bringing the fire to some of the interviews that we're going to be doing.
I'm going to try to bring all the fire.
All the fire.
All
Besides
the
that,
diversity.
exactly. We're still going to be doing our concerts, our live streams, our interviews with artists and filmmakers, and along with some special things that we're going to be having going on here in New York City and around the world. So if you haven't liked us on Facebook, please do so. Also on Twitter and Instagram. So to take us off and start us with this first episode, we have a special guest. And Monique, I'm going to let you take it away.
Okay, so today we have none other than Anngeannette Pinkston, who is a former retired New York City police detective. She's very accomplished and well-rounded. She's one of the first responders of the World Trade Center, and she's also the mastermind behind the feature film called Keys. So welcome. How are you?
Thank you.
Happy
I'm
New
very
Year.
well. Happy New Year.
Okay. So you want to give us some, let's start off by saying what inspired you behind the scenes, behind the line of, organizing Keys? How was it part of your everyday work? Was it something that you experienced on the police department? Was it something after you retired? What prompted you to want to start this production company?
Well, I actually been working really hard with NYPD. I've done 21 years, and I was the first responder for the World Trade Center, 9/11 World Trade Center.
Okay.
And I've experienced some as far as crooked cops being on the job, and there's a lot of honest cops on the job. So that's why I don't understand why people basically push all the bad cops onto the good cops, and there's a lot of good cops. So we're all not bad. Everyone's not bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, after retiring from NYPD, because while working for NYPD, they don't allow you to do things like this as far as movies. You got to go through a lot of red tape, paperwork, and everything and so forth. And it's a lot. So after retiring, I had the idea to do my own feature film. I've acted in other pictures, people pictures, films. I've produced other people's films. And I've done a lot of different things with other people's films, but not my own.
So with this blue wall of silence, do you feel, and you have any reservations about doing something like this, and maybe it's exposing the police department in a negative light or in a positive light? This is just something that you were passionate about and you wanted to do it, so after you retired, you decided to, start the production company?
It's not exposing NYPD in any type of way. It's basically doing something that I enjoy as far as filmmaking. And I've always wanted to be involved with films, but I was never given the opportunity to do so while working for NYPD. So after retiring, that's when the light bulb went off. I got to act and do the things that I wanted to do. And like I said, in other people's films, but I was working with everybody else's film but my own, and all of a sudden it's like this light bulb went off and Keys came around. And I started writing Keys back in December 2016, and I finished it, and we were able to start filming in July of 2017.
That's fantastic. The Keys movies has a tag. It says crooked cops, honest cops, and then there were others. How did you come up with that tag?
Well, because in the movie itself that I wrote, it's about crooked cops. and it's also about honest cops, and then there were others. Like I said, the film had some realism to it, but a lot of fiction too.
Okay.
But, you know, I put my heart and soul into this, and like I said, it's about crooked cops. It's about honest cops. And then there were others. There was other people other than being cops who were involved in keys too.
So is this a movie based on a true story, or is it sort of a true story?
It's both. It's sort of kind of, because I've experienced a lot of stuff dealing with NYPD, so I intertwined some of that with the fiction part of it. But you will love it. I mean, it's like some of it you'll think it's so real, you wouldn't really know which part is true.
Anngeannette, I
And which
want to
part
jump in
is
just a
fiction.
little bit. I'm sitting here and I'm listening to all that you're saying, and I'm still hung up on this others. Can you tell us exactly who some of these others might be? You're talking
Others
about
could be
people.
like you, a teacher.
All right, so the teachers
No,
and the grocery
it could be like
person
you.
and this
it could
person.
be like you.
Okay.
And others could be like a teacher or a doctor or a post office worker, or, you know, those
So
are
the
others.
informats.
Yeah.
Because I like to watch Blacklist, so
Right.
those people.
So those people, right. You
Okay.
know, like there's cops involved. There's crooked cops, honest cops, and then there were
Other
others. It could
others,
be
meaning
any,
the general public.
Right. It could
Not
be any
a part of
other
the police
person.
department.
Right.
There's crooked cops, there's
Honest
honest cops, and then there were
others.
others. It could
The
be anyone.
informants.
Okay,
It could be
so-
anyone.
Okay, so we're gonna introduce, I think you have 2 clips for us to see
I have
today.
2 clips, yeah.
So we're gonna go to the first clip, and then after the clip, we're gonna talk a little more about the film.
Okay. Awesome.
Attention to 9 units. I need a unit to respond to a possible robbery at 1985 Broadway. Possible suspect might be sitting in front of the location. Black, blue shirt, blue jeans, black tennis shoes. Please arrive alive and with caution.
Unmarked 314 to Central. Show us at the scene.
Unmarked 314. Be advised. 1985 Broadway. Possible robbery. Male black. Supposed to be sitting in front of the location. Now black, blue shirt, blue jeans, black tennis shoes. Arrive alive, unit.
314 to Central. Going in the canvas the building.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
Central, be advised. In pursuit. I'll take beat. Take them back, Central.
Stop! Police!
Go in, guys. Go in.
Open it! Oh, get the fuck on the floor! Get out! Why you guys
Get out, yeah.
I didn't do anything. When you run, we run, motherfucker.
Hey, lay down.
I don't know who you guys
Spread them, spread them. Go check the back, Mike. Who lives here?
It's my friend's house.
Be careful back there, Mike.
Ah, no wonder. Ask him why.
Sit the fuck down.
Yeah, ask him why.
What's going on?
I thought you ain't had nothing in this house.
Hey. Sit down. Sit down.
Mike, what did you find back there?
Oh!
This is why you ran.
This is my friend's house. I didn't know
Motherfucker!
what he had in here.
Who's this that?
It's my friend's house. I didn't know what he
Who's
had
this
in here.
belong to?
Brutality.
Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. Who's
Your-
this belong
your
to?
badge number.
Who's this belong to, motherfucker? Who the fuck this belong to?
You're talking weight over here, pal.
Oh, you
6
going to
years.
jail.
6 years
Why?
minimum.
It's not mine. Police brutality.
Unmarked 314.
What's your shield
Unmarked
number?
314. On air.
That badge.
Central. Unmarked 314. Yes. Unmarked 314. Custody. You have the purpose of. Unmarked 314. I'm on the air. Perp under custody. Perp in custody right now. What's this
my
back
lawyer?
there?
You want my lawyer?
Fuck you. Lawyer ain't gonna save your black ass. You hear me?
What's your badge? What's your badge
We
number?
should be fucking you up right now.
Let me see that badge number.
What's going on? What's the situation? He's dirty, Sarge. He's dirty. We found 5 keys and over $100,000 in cash.
It's not my house. It's my friend's
We
house.
started following him in. First he said it was his friend's house, and he said it was his mother's house until, let me show you what we found, Sarge. House is clean. And then this. You got it here, Sarge. This is what they were running from.
Woo! You found all this in this room?
Yeah.
What I would do to have this.
All right.
You okay?
Okay. You know, my left foot's hurting a little bit, but I'll let you know how it is when the adrenaline wears off.
You want to go to the hospital?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'll let you know. All right, Sarge?
Well, let me know if I got a full accident report.
You got it, sir.
We're back. And that was a clip from Keys. So, Anngeannette, that was pretty intense.
Yeah.
Yes. I wish they would have heard the beginning part of it, but yeah, it's definitely intense.
Yeah.
And like I said, Keys was originated by me, and some of it is real, some is fiction, and like I said, you cannot determine which is which.
Is this some of the cases that you've worked on and you've experienced these type of behaviors?
Well, I haven't personally, I haven't experienced some of those behaviors, but some people have.
I also see that it was done in a housing project. What housing project development was that? New York City Housing Development.
It was in Manhattan,
Oh, it
around
was in
109.
Manhattan.
Yeah.
Okay. And were those New York City police officers or just actors?
No, they're
They
actors.
were actors? Okay.
That's
We
one
have
of the
some them in
actors right there.
Yeah, we have some
James
of them in the
Brickhouse.
audience that we'll do a question and answers later. Okay. So were you part of any of the investigation that,
Yes,
that
I am.
led you to the storyline to this? You were part of the investigation?
Well, not to that clip, but yes, I am. I'm a retired sergeant from NYPD, and I'm one of the good cops.
Okay.
You know, I retired from NYPD, but they try to deter me to go to the wrong side.
Oh wow! So you were
okay.
tempted and you were tested.
So
I
let's
was
hear
tested.
let's hear
Wow.
about that.
Yeah. talk about that.
I want to hear all the
I mean,
spicy stuff.
are you at liberty to speak more about that?
I don't
Just
want to
in-
give away everything because
Some of it
Oh,
is
this
in the
part
movie?
of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's part of the
Okay.
movie. There was a bank heist. Was there a series of robberies, or was it just that
Yes.
one specific robbery?
No, it was a buildup. It was a series of robberies. It's like they were amateurs, and they wanted to, gain extra money because some of them, the one that actually started it was a police officer, and basically she wasn't making enough money to make ends meet. She had 3 children, 3 different baby daddies, and they weren't paying child support the way they should be. So that's what tempted that person to call her other friends, and
So she was the ringleader.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Okay.
So in making this movie, did you have any problem getting clearance, or did anybody approach you saying that they didn't think that this should be made?
Right.
Any of the police officers in NYPD?
Oh, well, while making the movie, I made sure all my I's was dotted and the T's was crossed. I got all the permits, the permission to do it, notified the precinct that I was shooting it if we were shooting outside, doing police scenes, and I have all my documentation, so I was covered pretty much.
So what about personally? Were there private conversations in which they thought that maybe this shouldn't have been done, or maybe you should think again? Because we've seen a lot of news reports about the blue wall of silence.
Of course.
Right.
And of course you see a lot of the news channels where they've been on TV talking about not revealing, a lot of the things that have been going on within the police force. So did anyone approach you saying maybe this is something that you shouldn't do? Because I think it's a wonderful thing that you did, and I'm very proud of what you did.
Yeah.
And when Monique approached us about bringing you on, there was no hesitation in saying, I wanted you first. So I applaud you on doing
I
something
appreciate
like
that.
this. But I just wonder if there was any hesitation or anyone said to you, this might not be something you want to take on as a woman or as a retired police officer.
Well, no, not at all. Like I said, this is my first feature film. I produced it, directed, I cast it. Me and my husband did searches for different locations to do the filming in. And that scene in that house was actually my sister's apartment
Oh, okay.
that we filmed in it. So we gathered our eggshells and put it together, and we did a lot of different things.
Use a lot of community
And
resources.
yes,
to,
and
that's fantastic.
we were never told not to do it. People were excited,
Great.
actually,
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm a retired detective, first responder. Doing a movie, you know, it's like black female. Yeah.
That's right.
But that's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask, were you even applauded?
Yeah, pretty
As
much.
opposed to criticize, were you applauded?
Right, yeah. People are excited, you know, they were
And
excited
they say thank you.
and
didn't
wanted
they?
to be part of Keys, you
Oh,
know.
from the
Right.
police force, from the New York
Yeah,
City
from the police department,
Okay,
yes.
that's what, so you got the support of your fellow officers.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Wonderful.
that's
And they can't wait to
fantastic.
see it.
So on that note, would you be having a follow-up to Keys? Is there going to be a sequel to Keys?
Yes. There will be a Keys too.
There will be keys too.
Well, let's get through Keys 1
already
first,
started-
right?
Let's unlock the first
Okay.
one first. Yeah.
But I
So you
already
did this
started right now.
independently, right?
Yes, yes.
So your own funding. So when are you going to be traveling? Are you going to be entering this into any festivals? Or
That-
what's your intention?
The Tribeca
Yes.
Film Festival. you
Yes,
have a-
definitely. After the premiere of Keys on the 25th of January at the Jamaica Performing Arts Center, after that premiere, I'm going to be entering it into different festivals. And I'm also going to play it for 2 weeks at a movie theater, just so I could put it into the Tribeca
Circulation. Okay.
and so forth. Those big circulations, the Oscars, because you have to put it out there first
Yep.
in order for you to enter those contests. Yeah.
I want you to say that on camera. We're saying Oscars.
Oscars.
So we're looking at an Oscar in a year from
Yes.
now. We hope to hear you say Oscars.
Yes,
Okay, great.
definitely.
So you have gotten the support of your New York City Police Department, your normal community. You're based out in Staten Island,
Yes.
and you have other endeavors that you are not just Sky, because it's Sky Productions. You have Sky Magazine. You have Sky Fashions. You have, you know, branched out and embarked on so many other different projects. But Keys was your baby, and it's come to fruition, and is pretty much, you know, ready to go into circulation. You've had the radio stations, I believe, that's helped
Yes.
to support you as
Yes.
well. So, you know, this is
Shout out to WBLS and other radio stations. I can't think of the names right now, but that's one of the main ones.
Okay, that's fantastic.
I also think I saw on Facebook the mayor.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
You've had
The mayor and I were together along with my husband. We took a picture with my magazine, Sky Magazine.
Sky
So that
Magazine.
was awesome.
Good.
Okay, okay. So we're going to look at a second clip, and then we're going to have you elaborate on the contents of this clip, and then we'll take it to the studio audience later for question and answers. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Let's
Hello, sweetheart. Now listen to me very fucking carefully, okay? Underneath that counter, I know you got a Smith. I want you to pick up that shit real slow and put it on the fucking counter. I see you move fast, I'm gonna plug on. Nice and easy. You point a fucking gun at me? What the fuck is wrong with you? Now, I want you to reach down nice and easy also and grab the cash that's fucking next to it, you understand? Get it done. Come on, bitch, move! What the fuck? Bitch! Not on a fucking counter like that, get a bed! Faster, faster! Now, one last motherfucking thing. Take a fucking step back. I don't want to see your fucking ass move, you understand? If I have to come back here and I see you move, I'm gonna shoot you, and then I'm gonna go take care of your fucking family. You got it? Let's get the fuck out of here.
We need a unit to respond to 1020 robbery in the past. 29 precinct unit on air. 29 RMP 2321 on the air. Respond to a 1020 at 1839 Broadway. Arrive alive unit.
Ma'am, are you okay? Mind stepping out around the counter? Come talk to us.
Respond as quick as you got the call. Okay, description?
There was like 3 guys, or I don't know, they had masks, they just had guns.
What color clothing?
They were wearing all black.
All black?
What'd you see they run? What direction they ran to?
I was so scared, I was afraid to turn around.
Okay, that's
He told me don't move, that he was going to kill me.
Okay.
You did good.
What'd they take?
I had some money to put into the safe. Just as I was ready to put it into the safe, that's when he came in. That's when they came in. It was just so crazy. I can't really remember much.
How much money did they take?
I think it was like $3,000. I was ready to drop it in the drop box.
But you're okay. You're not hurt?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Most important.
All right, good.
7-Eleven?
It's a gas station.
Well, you know, 7-Elevens in New Jersey, there are gas stations as well.
Yeah,
So.
that's true too.
So, Anngeannette, was this a series of different bank robberies that led up to the assailants getting caught? Like, is there a series of different robberies? I see a 7-Eleven, we see a housing development. Like, there's so many different, like you said, crooked cops, good cops. There was so many different robberies and things going on. That was this one of the robberies that led up to the main bank robbery?
Yeah, basically, they had to get their foot wet. So they started with little convenience stores and stuff like that, and kept building up and finally did the biggest bank heist ever.
Wow. So this was all while you were working
Still
with
on the force.
Still on the police
on the force.
department.
Yes.
What do you mean, with this film?
No.
No.
The story
heist.
that
Oh,
took the heist that took place.
I retired.
You had already
I
retired.
had
when it
already
took-
retired.
Okay. Wow, this is something else. So we do have some of your cast in the audience.
Yes, you do.
Yes, and I know that your daughter was in it.
Yes, she was.
So we'd like to ask her a couple of questions. We have Naija Mitchell.
Yes.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. I was able to watch you in action on the set one day. I was kind of scared. I'm
Sorry.
I'm just saying, because I saw you there. I'm not going to tell people what she did, but fantastic actress.
Thank you.
You were a little scary. I'm just saying. But how did it feel watching your mom turn from a detective to a director, to a talk show host, to all of these things that, she has become?
Being her only child and watching her throughout the years, like she's been working a lot, like when I was younger. And I've been with my aunt in Harlem a lot, but I was also with my mom. And just to see her in that type of field, it's been kind of hard for me, to see her, going through the different phases, and if she was undercover or whatever she was doing, I had to watch that, So seeing her actually take like because I knew she always, she was always a singer, an actress, doing her thing, and to actually see her prosper in her dreams is really an eye opener for me to do what I want to do too, because I'm in that field too. So I always say that I'm her biggest fan. I always tell her that I'm her biggest supporter, besides her husband, her family, of course, but I'm like always there. Whenever she need me, she know I'm here. I got her 1,000%. God said, honor thy mother and thy father. So, and that's what I do. And that's what I tend to always do.
So what were some of your challenges or your setbacks? I know you've spoken on the accolades and the accomplishments, but everybody has a little something that they're like, I wish mommy didn't have to go out, or what was some of those setbacks for you personally as her daughter?
The disappearing, like, not disappearing, but working a lot. As we discussed,
tireless hours.
I barely, like, there was times where, with certain things, like, what girls go through,
Right.
you need, your mom there,
Yeah,
So during those times, of course, I wish that she wasn't working so much, But I understood as I got older, and time when I understood. And as I told her, now we used to argue like cats and dogs. Being the only child,
Parents.
like but now we understand each other much better as individuals, because we used to just look at each other like, oh, what's wrong with her, what's wrong. But now when I feel any tension, I'm just okay, I see you, when I see you. That kind of thing. Still love, I always will love her, but we know what gets us and what doesn't now, We're like best friends now. We talk about everything. We're always on the phone. We're always working together. I'm always there. So
I think that's wonderful. And I think it's a proud achievement to watch your mom continually achieve a goal.
Yes.
And go to the next goal.
And to do what she wants to do.
Absolutely.
And incorporate you in the
of
filming
course.
and in the process.
And like I said, it's not
incorporating you
easy
and your
because I have
children,
to,
which is
right.
fantastic.
I have to show out and show her that, or show everybody that I'm not favored because I am her daughter.
Well, I can attest that you were not favored because you got yelled at just as much as everyone else on set.
On the set.
Right. So
Right.
we can attest to that.
Right.
So, and we also have your husband here, Mike Calise.
Yes.
I call you Boney James.
He does look like it. He really does.
And you played the pawn shop owner in the film. So you were many characters behind the scenes and on the scenes.
I'm a character.
Right.
Yes, yes.
How was it working with your wife, I guess, in production and as one of the
It was
characters?
hell on earth. and I give a round of applause and much compliments to the cast, because I'm sure at one time or another, especially her daughter, felt her wrath. But she's a perfectionist and she wanted things done her way, not your way, her way. And I respect that. And I tried to support her as much as I could. Hey, it's easier just to go along with the flow than to argue. Put in suggestions as far as locations or project design or set design or whatever. I can remember when we were doing the bank scene, we were looking all over the place for a bank that was suitable, and nothing just seemed to fit. And I said, well, something, screw this, we'll build our own bank. And she said, we could do that? I said, yes, we could do that.
Yeah.
And we built the bank in the driveway.
Sure did.
And, we did whatever we had to do to make the production happen.
Right.
And I think we did pretty good.
A lot of sacrificing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of tireless hours. But one of the good things that you said is that it was her way and nobody else's way. It's because I tell my daughter the same thing. It's her dream that's being realized. So she's trying to get her vision across to everyone else and help everyone realize her vision.
I already have my
That's
dream.
fantastic as a husband that you supported that.
Like I said, I already have my dream. I married her.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I will say that, one of the hardest things is when you have a vision and expecting everyone to understand that vision and really getting it out. And sometimes it is hard.
It is. It really is,
and,
because
making them understand it.
Right, because you see things a certain way. You wrote the story.
Right.
You directed the story. You want people to follow directions the way you see it. You want them to see it too, like my husband said, and they actually did.
Oh,
Right.
She knows
Right.
that with DyVerse Conversations.
we have that sometimes.
She knows that.
They get it in the end.
Yes.
They get it in the end. Sometimes it's the journey, and we had that conversation a lot. Is you may not understand the walk, but when you get to the end, you'll understand it.
Right, and I
So-
mean, I compromise here and there. If I hear a certain suggestion that sounds feasible, then I was like, you know what, we can use that.
Right.
That in.
Right.
Let's put that in there. Mike made a few, my agent made a few, other people made a few too, and I was like, okay, we could use that little scene,
Right.
we could make it happen that way, but mostly it was my dream.
So are you patterning yourself after maybe Spike Lee, Ron Howard? Do you have any people in the industry that you look up to, that you aspire to be, to be just like, or something similar to that? Do you have any?
Well, I don't know who wrote the story for Set It Off.
The director? Or
Yeah,
the,
John
whoever
Singleton?
wrote it.
Was it John Singleton?
John Singleton. I don't know who wrote that story, but
No? Very good. Okay.
Okay. So
yeah,
you have
but
people in the industry that you look up to. That,
yeah, that person, because my movie is like kind of similar to that, because they're robbing a bank, but I have my own story,
Right.
you know, to tell and everything. And set off was with 4 ladies,
Women.
but Keys is with a diverse
Yeah.
Exactly.
group of people.
But I think you more lived in a life that was more telling towards your movie, though.
Right, yes, yes, definitely.
Yes.
'Cause I did 21 years on the job.
Well, I asked you that because I know Spike Lee started off, and you know, his movie started to gradually progress, and it became a little more, you know, I guess matured. As it started out with him, I think She's Gotta
Yeah.
Have It.
Yeah,
and
She's
then-
Gotta Have
and
It.
It just kind of reminds me of something how you're starting out, and it could possibly, it's going to blossom.
And that's where I was
Yeah,
going to go with my next
right.
question. I was going to ask, do you see yourself going into different genres of movies?
Exactly.
Or would it be
Yes.
the same type,
No,
you know,
I see
often?
myself in different venues as far as writing stories about different things.
So you'll do a
because-
drama movie at
right,
some point in time.
I wrote myself in James Brickhouse. We actually wrote a movie called The Vagrants. So that will be one of the projects I'm working on.
Okay.
And The Navigator is a book that I wrote. You know, there's different things that and that's about a scary movie. So we wrote,
So you
I'm
did
into
horror,
all
I mean-
type of genres, but
Okay, so we have a lot of things to look forward
Yes,
to from
yes.
Annette Pinkston and the Sky Productions.
yes.
Okay.
And actually, we were going to talk about James Brickhouse. Our next question. Where's the microphone? James Brickhouse.
So we need James Brickhouse, who is also a cast member in the movie, I believe?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so we're going to talk
So
with
you're
James
also
Brickhouse.
a
You saw him
Writer.
earlier. He's a sergeant.
Yes.
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 So this is did you help Anngeannette write
Oh, no,
this
she wrote
movie, or
that.
she wrote it? You wrote this all yourself.
What, Keys? Yeah.
Yes.
I'm the
And
writer.
but you wrote the next movie that
He
you're going to be
helped me
working
write
on.
the next movie.
Okay,
Yes.
so
We
you
wrote it
co-wrote it.
together.
Okay.
Very good.
So you were also in this movie. So what character did you play? One of the policemen,
I'm a
right?
sergeant, yeah.
Okay, you were the one that walked in and actually saw 4 keys instead of the 5 that he said. See,
Right.
I was observant.
You paid attention.
Yeah, we saw him put him in
But
the
I
first
was
shot.
wondering why you didn't say anything, but that's okay. I'll wait till I see the movie. I took notes there, see? So what was your experience on set? And put your mic up a little bit.
I mean, it was very interesting because people they came together, they wanted to be part of the movie, and they did what they had to do to make the movie work.
Right.
And Anngeannette is a great director because she lets you be you, which most directors don't do. But by her doing that, I think it made the movie just flourish, you know, just like really great, you know. And I'm so happy to be a part of it, you know what I mean? I've casted her in things, she's casted me in things, and it's like we work very well together.
How did you feel playing that part, knowing that you were already part of the police department? And
Well, I mean, I just felt like, you know, it was a part that had to be played, and I played it.
okay. You know, some people really get into their character and
I mean,
they take
yeah,
it on. It's, you know what I
yeah.
mean?
I mean, it
could
comes
be a reflection
natural to
of
me.
your own life, so I just asked.
No, I mean, whatever character it is and I play it, I become the characters.
Yeah.
Okay.
True artistry. Great.
This is exciting.
This is really, really exciting.
So you want to tell us again where your movie's going to be
You have a
playing?
premiere that's coming up, correct?
Yes, I do.
It's in January 25th.
Yes.
And you want to give the audience some feedback on where it's going to be. It's going to be a red carpet event, and just give them some feedback on what's going to happen.
Okay. Before I get into that, can I say one more thing about Keys itself? I just want to thank everybody that participated in Keys because, like James said, my daughter, my husband said, everyone came together like a family. I mean, we filmed for, I say, about 60 days doing this film. And it didn't matter how long we stayed on set when we started and when we ended, but everybody was there and gave 100% to this Keys project that I pretty much written, directed, and so forth. And I loved it because we all came together as a family. I had over 100 people in this, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was a lot of people involved, but everyone came together as one. I have quite a few people out here that's in it. I'm give a shout out to a few people. Flo, there's Ja, there's Crawford, there's who else? Leah and Jay.
Your
was in it.
grandbabies.
And pretty much that's all I see, pretty much.
Oh,
But Tony is in the back. Tony,
Oh, and we have to talk about Monique.
Yes,
Monique was in it. Our newest cast member, Monique Johnson.
Cast member.
I
It's
certainly
Monique
was in
because
the
she,
film.
Ronnie, Monique
I played the bank
played
teller.
the bank teller.
I
So
sure
she
did.
joined.
And then I became a hostage.
There was a scene when we first started in July in the park. We filmed in the park, and my brother had just passed on July 5th. And we filmed this scene in the park, and you know, it was going great until two of us noticed that there was a skeleton key on the ground. And then we found a K and an E and an S.
Wow.
Wow.
So that was a sign. And the skeleton key, it had like the Eiffel Tower, but it looked like a Y.
Name of
So
the movie.
we was like, wow, this is like, it felt so real, surreal.
Yeah.
And this is like a blessing from above. My brother just passed away, and we couldn't believe what we found in that
The
park.
name of your movie.
So I just want to say thank you, everybody that helped, that participated, and has been in it. Thank you for giving me this opportunity,
you.
and Monique, and your cousin for giving me this opportunity to be here to
And sharing
talk
with us all
about
the
Keys.
yeah. I
Now,
think it's
Keys will
valid.
be premiering
Let's talk about the premiere.
on January
Right
the
there. You
25th.
tell them right there.
Keys will be premiering on January the 25th, 2019 at 7 o'clock p.m. It's a red carpet event, dressed to impress, because it's going to be very, 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 very nice. I mentioned that. But it's going to be at the Jamaica Performing Arts Center, located at 153-10 Jamaica Avenue in Jamaica, Queens, New York, 11432.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
And on that note, thank you for joining us at DyVerse Conversations. We hope to see you again. Like us again on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we will see you on our next episode. Thank you, Monique, Daryl,
Thank you.
and Anngeannette Pinkston.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much.
you.